Lovely. Back into it.
Oh, perfect. Who do you want to see first?
That's a great question. So I know Zenko. I know Zenko is EU. Chunky is EU. One more EU. I don't know.
You want to have the EUs play? I mean, Alfred's there.
Alfred's there. I just want to make sure that they're not sitting here the whole time waiting because you gotta remember it's 12:21 for them right now.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to be here forever, but play them when you need to. You can play them throughout the first probably 3 games and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, heck yeah. Anyways, everybody, welcome to the URL 2's All-Star Combine here with Tito. I am Nolan, and we're going to go ahead and get right into things with you guys. This is essentially just show matches. DMs, you're going to be able to look through these. You're going to be able to kind of see everything that these players have to offer and bring your teams. And, it really just is kind of as simple as that. We got some lobbies up. We got people getting ready to get with it. Jiggy with it. Right, Dill?
Yes, sir. I'm getting them in here right now. Squashy joined. Already breaking the rules. But it's all right. I just don't know who that is, and it's gonna make us a little bit more difficult.
I don't know who that is either. Squashy
Perfect.
Just left, though. Wonderful.
Perfect. Wonderful. All right.
Alfred would like you to know that he's also planning on playing.
Yeah, I got him.
Wonderful. Alrighty.
I'm going to yeah, and we'll use the All-Star 1 and 2 VCs.
Perfect, sounds good.
Should be fine.
If not, just put him in the General 1, General 2, because I know that worked for some people before. If we have issues, though, I'll figure it out, or they'll tell us.
Okay, looks like we're gonna get fuck it, let's just get to it. Let's get Andy's ready. Andy Pants will play first.
Andy's always ready. By the way, 2's marble race, is it possible for that to be delayed until like tomorrow night at like 9:30?
No, that's not the specific. I don't have a time for it. Literally, I can do it whenever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blakes wants me to stream his game tomorrow at 8, and then Alligator's got one at 9. And I figure if we can pull that off, then we can do marble race right afterwards. And it's 2 like good games too. It's like they're gonna be close.
Okay, Henny, hop in. Fucking Isaiah's just there.
I know he is. He's
chilling. Okay, so no Isaiah.
You not playing?
At gold. Hop in.
What is going on?
The 3 people that I asked were Frog, who said he's not ready. Then I asked Isaiah, who said he's not playing, he's just chilling in VC. Then I asked Henny, and he's AFK. So now I just asked Gold.
Crazy Monkey. That's a shout.
Perfect, yeah. Gonna move.
Yeah.
I'll move him to VCs. So
Perfect.
Andy and Zenko.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna go ahead and do Crazy and Gold.
Gold even in here?
Yeah.
Dude, Gold's not even on.
Yeah, he's logging in right now.
Yeah, it'll be a good matchup. Who did you say?
Crazy,
absolutely.
Gold? Crazy and Gold and Andy Pants and Zenko. Oh god, apparently a few people showing up later in the whole thing as well.
Oh lord.
Yeah, so we have to try and keep track of that. My I guess. Don't join up yet. He's trying to fix his shit. Your Gold is.
There it is. Figure it out.
There he is.
All-Stars, though. Very, very, very different than what we saw before in the contender rank. Certainly.
Oh, for sure.
Going to be a complete change in mechanics, in game sense, and game style. Just about everything changes from, And it's so crazy to think about. Everything changes from like 1050 to like 11 too. You know what I mean? Like just that
Yeah,
MMR
no,
rate.
for sure. It's just yeah, no, you'll see the speed of play, the tone of play is just gonna be above, probably a bit higher than contenders. I won't say an exponential amount, but it will be noticeable.
Definitely something for sure.
Go ahead and tell them to join whenever you're ready as well.
Perfect. Well, if these guys are all ready, let's go ahead and get started. First
He
match
said one
of the
second,
combine.
right? He said 1 second. Fix my. Oh no.
Who's 1 second?
Gold. He said, "Let me
Gold
fix
just
my."
said ready.
Okay, well.
Oh my god. Gold, pull it together.
Oh my god.
Gotta love the
Great
All
start.
Stars.
Henny, get in there. Oh, Gold's in there. All right, never mind.
Henny, get in there.
Henny, get in there. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what a beautiful start, dude. It's very scuffed, and now let's figure out. Henny, I was actually gonna throw you in with this group, but you were AFK apparently. So
Yeah, no, I just left out of here real quick, so I'm
Unfortunate.
actually opening up Rocket League right now, so I can just start casting with y'all.
oh, perfect.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
That would be. I mean, if we want to play in this next one, and then you want to come join Nolan, that'd be perfect. So I can go do homework.
That would be
if
perfect.
you wanted to do that, because we might.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd work.
Henny, is that cool with
what-
you?
Yeah, that's definitely fine. So let me watch this stream real quick and then get some practice in going.
Yes, sir.
Heck yes. As I said,
That way I can cast and watch these guys.
Just, Henny, it's also extremely important that we have each next lineup like ready before we like play the next game. Like, you kind of catch my drift there?
Yeah, bro. You just let me know when to join in, and I'll join in.
No, it's not even that. But like, if you're gonna be casting, like, I'll just do the next. I'll do that. We'll figure it out. Or Hammond will figure it out.
Nah, Hamish said I'm out and about tonight. Nolan said he didn't need my help, so I didn't stick around.
Hammond got plans. He's a busy man.
Now he's busy. Now he's busy.
Oh, big shot from Crazy though.
This. The first goal of the combine from Crazy Monkey, the Gorilla Man himself, in two ways.
Anyways, I love it. Starting off with Crazy Monkey's goal though, I don't know which team right off the bat will win though. To be honest with you, I feel like this is like a balanced group.
No, absolutely. That's kind of what I went for. Not gonna
Right.
lie. Is that, and then I also have to make sure that at least one EU person is playing in these first 3 games.
Yep.
But it's looking good so far.
Very good lineup here. Gold will take his time on the ball. Formerly on the Owls. Woo woo. Gotta love the Owls. Big shout out to them and Burns, but looking to replenish himself in free agency this season, not joining back with the Owls. Definitely gonna be a big change for Gold, but he seems to be doing all right here so far. Looking to get the flick over one. Let's stay on it. Gets the flick over the other. It's back to Crazy. Oh, and it's gonna be a great save by Andy. Figuring it out. Go marching his way down the field. This would be a bad pass, and it is. It's unfortunate.
There's Zenko putting that one in. Now, I mean, I think were all of these guys on teams? Maybe not Crazy and Andy. I think that was it.
Zenko was not on the team.
Zenko's not on a team, but he was around. He was just a spectator.
Yeah, I think Zenko was a spectator. Crazy joined at like the end of the season, and like Andy, I think also joined at the end of the season. I think Gold was the only one on the team.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Well,
Wow.
good to see him here trying to participate this season.
I was gonna say, hopefully all of them get on teams.
Yeah, they all say that now, but when the Elks beat them, they're gonna be like, man, I really wish I was on the Elks.
Hey, I mean, you seen anyone you like, dude? Anyone like waving your decisions here for your picks?
For All Stars, I haven't actually really got to see them. I like Zenko. I think Zenko's always been a great player, and I've got to play with him a lot. I love Andy. Andy's just that vibe that you want to have on your team. And then Crazy could do his thing every now and then.
Yeah.
Right.
If you don't know him, you don't gotta say anything.
Dude, Crazy.
The great part is that I've actually watched a lot of these guys because I've been coaching the contenders team for Oregon Ninjas in the Threes League.
Okay.
And so I've actually got to watch a lot of these all-star guys just in their threes, and like some of the things I've seen, I've been like very impressive, and then other things I've like looked at them and I'm like, all right, well, we can fix that. So this guy's like on my radar, but we just got to fix this of them. So there's a lot of these all-star guys that I do know just based off of the threes, but I haven't really got to see their twos.
Yeah, then the difference is immeasurable when it comes to the game mode switch. Just the tone, speed, how much time you have on the ball. It takes a lot of toll on some of these players if they can't adapt to the switch.
The other thing being too, most of these guys come from a twos background. They do not play a lot of threes, so it certainly is a big switch to think about.
Hey, I mean, I know one of the cool things that I have noticed, a lot of these players have gotten into threes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I think is crazy, dude. Look at 9EU, the one Spain himself, now sitting at a solid like 1650 or 1660 in threes. Yeah, he started playing threes and he's really good at it.
Yeah, wow, dude, that's impressive. I'm impressed with
I know.
mine. I know.
He would, before the threes started, he was in like C2 or something, and then he started playing it, joined the Hawaii Tikis, doing well.
Wow. Well, I love to hear that. Getting up into things. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the great thing about being in that high though, is that those, I guess it's ultimate in threes, right? Those guys in that league are usually gonna be really great at what they do, and a lot of them love threes, and a lot of them are threes mains. So if you're the low guy on a team, you have a huge opportunity to actually get better at the game.
Right.
Damn, this stream is playing while I'm trying to talk, and I'm hearing myself talk 24/7, and it's like mad annoying.
Oh, gold with the final goal. There you go, and that's gonna end up being the first game of this combine. Gold pulling up. I don't think he didn't get the flip, but that's a ridiculous shot. What an angle too. Gold and Crazy Monkey take game one. Then going in.
Bit late on that one, but we got an interesting matchup here for the next set of groups. Hopefully they start getting in here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but if you want to pull in, I believe it would be gold.
I'm thinking it would be gold or Crazy. I think.
I mean, they're both there if you want to get them. Okay.
Yeah, I'll bring them both, honestly. Yo. Both of you. What a game.
What's up, homie? Yo. Yes, sir.
How you always been?
I'm doing all right, I guess.
Awesome. Monkey, how about you?
I mean, we won, so pretty good.
Hey, that's good. That's good. All right. So how did it feel playing with each other? Is this first time playing with each other?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy. That's awesome. I love to hear it. And first of all, great job together. You guys played a spectacular game. Tons of defense. Yeah, for the contender matches, we saw tons of offense, but we really saw you guys pull up on the defense this time. You guys played a great game together, and it's a great job from Gold there at the end to put that away that goal. But I guess I gotta ask, both of you, Gold, you've played in the season before. Crazy, you haven't. What are your expectations for the season, respectively?
For me?
Yeah, let's start off with Gold.
I just hope that the skill gap has increased a bit.
Yep.
Because I intended to move to Ultimate last season, as you know.
Yep.
But I'm staying back one more season.
Yep.
Try and set the standard for the incoming All-Stars.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, I love that. I love to hear that. Crazy, what about you?
I'm just here to, if I get picked on a team, just to play, honestly. I'm just here to have fun.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome to hear. That's the right mentality, too. You're here to have fun, you're here to pull up, you're here to try. That's all you got to do. Love to hear it.
Yep.
Well, thank you, boys, very, very much. Appreciate you guys' time, and great games. Thanks for pumping up.
Yep. See ya.
Sure, guys.
Yep.
Love to hear that from them. And our next group. Oh, we got a bunch of EUs here.
Yeah, I decided to go EU team versus NA team here. Henny was talking about how he was coaching this guy, Mr. Oh no, not Unsung. Unsung's on the All-Star team, but he was coaching the Ninjas contenders. So I thought let's give him an Oregon Ninjas players here.
Yeah.
Mr. Unsung Hero. going against the EU fellas, Mr. TIA Chunky and Alfred. Both know him, both love him. Great people out in here.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy to see that half of these guys are in All-Stars. Somebody like Unsung Hero, I feel like should not be. Even somebody like Alfred, I feel like is a little, you know, high for this league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and Alfred is a terror for that Contenders League for threes, dude. He's been
Should not be
killing it over there. You don't think he should be there?
I mean, I don't personally think he should be there. I think he should be far above that. I mean, he's a great threes player. He's a great player in general.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's true. Look at Mr. CPL Chunky, bro. He's been what? He's been in this league for like 3 seasons now.
I was gonna say, I think he joined like all the way end of season 1, like beginning of season 2 era. I remember he was supposed to be like the first pick for prospect, and then ended up going like 4th to the Astros in season 2. But yeah, wow.
We got a goal here from Mr. Unsung, showing up. Mr. Chunky just out of the range of that one. Couldn't really do much about it.
A lot of position, never hurt anybody though. They'll get it back. They'll get it back. They'll figure it out. NA speeding ahead though. Yo, go pull up.
Not what I was going for with this, but
I know.
so that's how you want to put it. Go for it.
No. Oh.
I just thought it'd be funny, and also it was literally the first 2 I picked, and I just put them on a team.
Pass from Henny though, right out to Unsung. What is goal?
Oh, I forgot Gold's still in the party.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Unsung gonna get a touch here. Looking to get that goal, not gonna get much. Alfred on the counter here. Gonna be back in Henny's hands. We're gonna get something started here, and it's gonna be Chunky with the challenge midfield. Gonna be back for Unsung. Gets the boom downfield to Henny. Redirect. Not gonna be able to get it.
Lost a good one just a second ago. Juan Castillo just left the server.
Who?
Juan Castillo.
Oh, don't
Hey,
tell
the
me Juan left.
big community figure.
Oh.
Sad to see him go. Very unfortunate.
Loved him like a brother.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Gonna miss him, but not gonna miss that goal that CPL Chunky just scored. Yeah, nothing really happened there. It was kind of just a classic shot. Nothing really going on. And there goes goal. Definitely, like, there's the All-Star, the thing about it when you're streaming it, there's not really much going on. Like,
Right.
That's out of the ordinary. They know what they're doing. They can attempt things, and, like, they have purpose behind their hits.
But it's like pretty basic.
And Henny just purposefully put it at Alfred's hood so he could tie up the match.
Chunky even let it happen.
Chunky did let it happen.
Oh,
Very well
wow.
done from him.
That's a great play. I'd have touched that. My goodness. Yeah, there you go, Henny.
Yeah.
Realizes it right away. He can hear us.
I love to see it.
Good catch from Alfred. Unsung. Looking to get. Oh no, Henny, can he
A
make the
wonderful
angle?
leave. Oh, Henny going for the pass. This is still 2s. No third man here. Unsung's going to take this one up. The wall. Look for a pass here. It might be awkward for... Yeah, it's awkward for the EU fellas. In net. Set him Henny up. Never mind. He's going to still take it. Chunky's going to try and do something with this. Oh, Chunky, the mechanics.
That's true. I forgot about Chunky's mechanics.
He is a mechanical masterclass. Didn't really, do himself well with what he just did there, but he does have mechanics.
It's alright. They'll come out eventually. Maybe they're not ready right now, but they will be there
Absolutely.
eventually.
I remember whenever he went up for an air dribble back in season 2, dude, I knew it was going in. Simply. It was him and Flaz, dude.
Yo, Flaz! Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
I forgot about Flaz. Does he still
Love
hang
to
around
see
here
it.
anymore?
Flaz is still a spectator, and I talked to him not super long ago, but I know he showed me his work schedule. Crazy, dude.
Really?
Dude works like 70-hour weeks every week.
What?
It's crazy.
He must
It's
be making
insane. I know.
70-hour weeks.
Yeah.
God,
It was a lot, but it's
Oh.
insane. And Alfred being insane, putting that one on far post.
dude, EU pulling up.
You is pulling up, dude. Henny and Unsung gonna have to show up here.
Wow. What a touch from Alfred, too. A great pass from Chunky. Just a well-executed play overall. And that's what you're going to see in All-Star. You're going to see some of that basic stuff, but, some of these well-executed plays, they are worth noting because they do know what they're doing. But It's kind of just crazy to see some of the stuff that they are able to pull off when they pull it off. But that's later in the season, when they get that chemistry, when they get those passes on the way. Ooh, just can't nail it in. Gonna be on the counter here. Chunky gets a great touch. Henny gonna have to play this one off. There you go. Touch from Unsung down the field, and it feels like they're kind of just giving it right back to Alfred and Chunky each time. Henny gets a great touch here, but... Oh, great save by Chunky. He doesn't even know that he did it that well, but... Alfred gonna try to get this one out to Chunky. Chunky's up already, not able to out-mechanic Unsung. Oh, and Henny's gonna score it. That's a great job by the NA fellas.
Yeah, and looking at the numbers and time, I think we'll be able to get each of these guys running one more game after this.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's
think
awesome.
so. Because we have, after this next group, we only have 2, like, new people.
Right.
And then we'll have to throw in 2 reoccurring, and then, you know, it should work out, because it'll be, what, probably around 7. That was about 20 minutes. Yeah, it'll work. We can get everyone in twice.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
Oh, Bluffy in this next one. I need Bluffy and Frog on different teams. Can you make that happen?
I can make that happen. They are in this game, but I can make that happen for
That's
sure.
fine.
Oh, and Scythe just pulled up, so he'll be a newcomer.
Oh, that's awesome.
Scythe being a sleeper pick for the 3s. He's been looking for a team.
Yeah.
A little bit of a shout out there.
Oh, by the way, I know not a lot of people will hear this or watch this. Pink Puppy Paws actually messaged me. Oh, unfortunate. Pink Puppy Paws actually messaged me and asked if I would say on stream that he is still available to be drafted and is looking to play, but he is super sick and is unfortunately not able to make the combine.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I'm sure the semifinal man himself, Pink Puppy Paws, will get picked up.
I'm sure he will. There's no way he's
Yeah.
not.
I know. He was
Too
a
big of a
tear
man.
in contenders.
Got for Henny.
Oh, looking
No
to finish
way.
it here. Oh, and Henny does.
Wow.
Well done.
You know he's gonna have some words when he comes back in here too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my. That's wonderful. How you been doing this, by the way? Are you just adding them in chat and just saying?
I'm
"You
just
have
adding them in
songs?"
chat saying pull up into the net lobby. We got you for the next match or something.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'll just tell Henny. All right,
Okay,
Mr.
perfect.
Dill, appreciate your service. Good to
Yep.
do your homework.
No problem. I might be back later, but we'll see. Depending on how long you run it.
Sounds good to me.
All right, see ya.
Perfecto. Got Mr. Henny in here. Mr. Hennepy.
What's up, my guy?
Dude, what a goal. Nice score.
Appreciate it.
Dude, that was a good looking one, I'll tell you that right now. Oh shit.
Yeah. We breaking Unsung up in here for a little
I can do that.
Yeah, come on, man. This was his tryout.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say this is like this is your opportunity to see half of these guys. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead with it.
What's up, Unsung? So we just played, so it's kind of weird talking to you now. But Nolan, you asked the questions. I just play with the man.
Yeah,
so you go ahead and
yeah.
ask the questions.
Let's start off like this. Ready? I am a big fan of how you guys played together. I like that you guys, were able to really pass and kind of make everything happen together. But really, I gotta ask, Henny is technically not even in the All-Star League. He's a contender player. Does that change anything about his gameplay at all?
Oof. Man. That man definitely is going somewhere with that contender. I don't know, man. It seems a little sus to me, but yes, he had some good shots. We had some good plays. A little jittery, but we'll get there.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Like I started that game off and I told Unsung, I said, this is your tryout, bro. I'm just here for you. So like that second goal I gave up, I was forcing the pass to Unsung, to let him try doing something, and they scored on us. But I told him after that was like kind of hey, I'm gonna stop forcing passes to you and we're just gonna win. And we end up winning.
Right. Yeah.
And Unsung, the good thing about Unsung is that he can put the ball on the net. So I mean, you just throw him the ball and he's gonna put it there. So I mean, for any GM that watches this, the man's gonna score if he's got the chance to. So that's the great thing about Unsung.
Hey, who's Squashy?
I think I did say what you guys want though. Like
Who's
I do
Squashy?
per game.
Team
Like I
content.
change it per game.
Who?
Facts.
And I'm pretty sure everybody voted for you, so I had to. I
Hey
had to vote for
guys,
them.
who is Squashy?
I don't know.
He's a player.
Oh, it's me. Where did I join, dude?
Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I'll join you up. I just had no idea who you were. That's all.
Oh,
Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you guys. So sorry about that. I had no idea who Squashy was, and I had to have him join in game.
Are we live now?
We are live right now. You were not live.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna say.
Well,
it was a
you
little
were until I
awkward.
left. You were until I
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
But I mean, overall, great performance. Unsung, you looked phenomenal. You looked like you were definitely one of the people who knew what they were doing on that field. You know, just together as a team, you guys looked like you had instant chemistry. But you looked really good.
You know, the crazy thing is we've only played one time together. It was me, him, and Gurgling in a threes. So
No
that was
way.
all I knew from Unsung at the time. So being able to see, you know, Unsung in twos was actually pretty cool because you know he's patient and he's not forcing stuff. You know, where I was trying to force him the ball, he wasn't really forcing it. He was just there and like I preached to the guys in the Contenders threes team on Oregon is that you know you have to be patient, be in the right position. And when it came down to it, I was able to read what Unsung was trying to do, and I was just putting myself in the right position at the right times.
Right.
And that's what was helping. And then Unsung was doing the same thing. He was there for me. One of the goals we scored, I knew it was an instant goal the moment I beat one guy on the wall, and then I watched another guy come up on me, and I was like, well, that's an easy pass to midfield. And Unsung was there. A lot of times you're not going to get guys and Contenders that are actually going to be there. They're probably going to be finding boost somewhere. So, I mean, that's the difference between All-Star and Contenders. You start getting these guys who actually can understand where they're supposed to be at on the field and understand that positioning. And that's where you want to start picking at your Contenders. Like, are these guys or not Contenders, All-Star, are these guys understanding of positioning and rotation? And those are going to be the guys that you can transform into a winning team. Mechanically, you know, it's really hard to turn a lot of mechanical guys into that position and rotation guy because they just want to continue to do their mechanics. And the great thing, the great thing that I've actually got to see is Form, who's an Ultimate now, who won the All-Star, championship. I want to say it was last season.
Yeah.
Went up 200 MMR just by following a few things that I told him, which
What
was
were those few things? Because you told me those few things too, and I think you told Double Jacob too. So go through them with me.
The few things were, don't do dumb mechanics in the middle of the field if you're not opening your teammate up or trying to put the ball on net. Because if you're flip resetting in the middle of the field for no reason, what you just did was put your teammate in an awkward situation because he was probably going for a pass and you did a flip reset and now he's not there. Now your goal's open and I'm going to score that ball in your net. So like when you get to learning your mechanics, but learn your mechanics in rhythm with your teammate, understanding when you can do those mechanics to open up yourself or your teammate, not just to throw the ball around the field.
Right.
So that's like one of the biggest things that I have for a lot of like, you know, young Ultimate guys or Contenders and All-Stars is just because you know how to do the mechanic doesn't mean you have to do it. You look at the Legends teams and a lot of those guys will score off some of the most basic shots.
Right.
And we saw it, and I know everybody, you know, makes fun of me for this, but I'm going to use it again, is when we watched the Legends Championship last season, we watched One Tap use mechanics that opened up Doge.
Yep.
Doge was the guy that was just playing back, and those mechanics were beating the defense that One Tap was doing. They were beating the defense, and they were leaving Doge free and the ball free, and it made Doge look, you know, better than he is. And Doge is a great player, but Doge looked better than
player
One
to make
Tap.
him shine. Right.
Right. It made Doge look much better than One Tap just because Doge had all the scores. But that was One Tap's doing by using the mechanics the right way. Whereas we will see a lot of people throughout these combines use mechanics in the wrong way, and it will actually get them scored on. A lot of people think if you just throw the ball at the net, you know, that's good enough. Like, we can do that. You can't. Just because you throw the ball at the net does not mean that it's beneficial to you guys. It actually might have put you guys in a worse situation because a lot of times you're going to watch a bang out happen over you and your teammate's head because you put a light shot on the net and it's an easy bang out and it's going to probably get scored, especially in twos. Threes is a little bit different because you have a third man back. But in twos, when you guys have possession of the ball and putting pressure on, you guys are usually over that half field line and you're having a guy in the back half. So if a bank out comes and it's on net, it's really hard to get back unless you really have the half flip down or understand how to drift with boost at the using your boost at the right time throughout your drift. So those things where like you have to really hone in on your mechanics at the right times and use them right. Like I have a feeling like I feel like I know quite a bit of mechanics, but I usually don't use them in games because it's not the right time for me to do them, especially if I know I'm not gonna 100% hit that mechanic.
Right.
So like that's what I'm looking at throughout these these combines is who's using the mechanics at the right time and who's doing it to actually open up the teammate or open themselves up for a shot versus just doing it. Yeah, because like showing off's not gonna do cool. You can do mechanics, but if you're doing them stupidly, then it just makes me think that you just want to be a mechanical player. Then go to some freestyle tryouts.
Right.
Like this is to win championships, to be on a team, to get drafted. You want to put the best effort forward, and if that means just shooting the most basic shot, then shoot the most basic shot.
Right.
Put the ball in the net.
Yeah, so that don't win championships.
I mean, honestly, everything that you've said is super pertaining to the All-Star, rank, and I think that's where you are going to find a lot of people, out of position. It's going to be on those mechanics because, coming out of Contender, all you really want to do is learn a few mechanics. You want to learn something big, and it's really about when to be able to use those. And I feel like that's the big difference between the All-Star and the Ultimate. And I think you elaborated on that a little bit, but I think you're absolutely on target with like the rest of what you said.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as this game that we're in right now, we haven't seen. I mean, I don't know if you've been watching a ton of it, but we really haven't seen a ton of super flashy mechanics either way. We've seen a lot of passes. We've seen a lot of really good plays. We've seen a lot of taking advantage of being out of position, and those are all things that come with being in the All-Star rank as well. Like I'm looking at this right now, and Bluffy's been all over the field. Bluffy and Frog have been going head to head with each other this whole time, with Deppen and Squashy as certainly kind of the supporting help here. But just kind of the way that they've moved about has really kind of come into sync with exactly what you've said this whole time. By the way, that's Bluffy's third goal. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. He's on fire.
Bluffy's playing great. Bluffy's not trying to do the most. He's trying to do the most to win.
Right.
There's a difference between doing the most and doing the most to win, right?
Right.
Doing the most just means you're doing just whatever it is that you can. But doing the most to win is how are you going to put the ball in the net and how are you going to be able to get the dub? And that's what Bluffy's doing. He's keeping it simple. He's keeping the ball in his possession and he's making sure he's beating the other team, with speed. And it's translating to how much he can do on the field versus these guys.
Right. Yeah, and that's just going to be it. But another great performance by both of these guys. Bluffy, a very well-known player. You see Squashy, who is, by the way, Wong is your daddy in the Discord. So he is going to, just so that everybody knows, I know that some people don't know in-game versus in whatevers, but we're going to go ahead and get into this next game here. We got Ant and Speed, waiting for two more to join up. We've got Chegg. What?
I do want to say that Ant has one of the quotes that I think we should put on, like, the little quote thing. Won games, win championships.
What does?
Ant, you are won games, win championships. I would hope so, Ant. I would really hope so.
I hope so too.
I'd hope if you win more games than the other team in the championship, you're going to get a championship. I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure. I would have to go back to the rule book for that one.
Right.
Flip resets don't always win games, Ant.
Absolutely. Well, sometimes they do. We'll see.
I said always. I said they don't always. If you're someone like, Drag, who can double flip reset pretty easily, then yeah, that shit might just win because not many people are going to expect somebody to come out and, just hit a double flip reset on you. I mean, but I will say if Ant and Speed are playing on the same team, I'm actually kind of scared for the other team.
I put them on different teams. Do you want me to put them on the same team?
If you put them on the same team, then again, it's going to be very rough for the other team.
I think I've actually created a match.
It would be a very great match to watch because they both are mechanical and they both know how to pass the ball and open their teammates up. I just hope that, you know, I guess for me, I haven't seen Ant play a lot. Ant's gone through two different he's gone through like two different phases with me. Like when we first started playing together, Ant was very ball dominant and just doing Ant. Like it was, you know, we just called it the Ant.
Yeah, of course.
And then we played again a while back. I guess it wouldn't be a while, but probably a month back, a couple weeks back, something like that. And he was a different player. It was a different style, and he was more patient, and he was opening me up, and he was making me look good. And that was like, I was like, Ant, you know, if you played like this all the time, dude, we would never lose.
Right.
And so like he's adapted a whole nother playing style. So I definitely want to see if that's the same way he is now, or if he's just the Ant that I've come to love, which is wanting to be Mako at the all-star level.
The all-star Mako, I love it. I love the analogies, dude. I love that you're getting into it.
Dude, I'm sorry, but there's only one Mako, and I don't think anybody else in this league is gonna be able to play like Mako. He's a whole different beast. Mako is out just to disrespect anybody and everybody, whether it's your teammate or the enemy that he's going against. Mako will just disrespect you left and right.
Right.
And I love it that's what I love about Mako.
No, absolutely. I mean, I have only seen so much of Mako. You definitely have seen more. You know, you've definitely been more in tune with that threes league than I have in the ultimate bracket. You know, I'll tell you right now, my ultimate team is in a bracket of their own, so I don't pay attention to other ultimate teams. But no, I totally get what you mean. I've heard everything you've said about him, you know, about that whole team, G, Yoano, all those guys. You know, I think you make a great point about, you know, just kind of their chemistry together, but you're absolutely right. You know, Mako is a completely different monster in and of himself.
And the one thing I love about Yoano, and I've kind of adapted this style when I play twos now, is the monkeyness. Like, Yoano is, I don't know why I'm calling him Yoano. He's always going to be Yondo to me. But,
Yondo.
but he's a monkey, and he'll tell you it. Like, this man is one of the biggest monkeys I've seen in the league yet. And he loves it. It's one of those things, but it makes it fun for him. And he has so much fun doing it, and he's very consistent with it. So like sometimes, you know, I get into these moods myself where I'm just like, man, you know, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna turn my Yondo-ness on real quick and just start monkeying, and it's come to actually help make me better. As weird as that is, because monkeying's not like the greatest play style, but it's definitely made my wall game much better. And I did it a lot in that game I played, where like it was back to back where I centered the ball 3 times off the wall from their passes, and it was just because it's the monkeyness of it.
Right.
I'm actually super excited for the Legends Combine, man. I can't wait for it.
Are you here for it? Are you gonna cast it with me tomorrow?
I will, man. I'll get on and do it because I just love the Legends, bro. Like the Legends is my favorite. I've learned so much from all those guys. Right. For anybody that's listening, that's a contender or an all-star, never be afraid to reach out to the Legends, man. There's not many of them. The only, you know, even the ultimate guys, a lot of them are willing to help. Maybe not Dark Wolf, but you know,
honestly, Dark Wolf probably would too, though.
We love Dark Wolf, though. You know, I love Dark Wolf.
Yeah.
And he probably would help. Dark Wolf's not, you know, he's not that mean, but you know, don't be afraid to go out there and ask those guys for some help, man. Don't be afraid to go into the 6-mans and the 3 server and play some 6-mans with them. It's made me. They are, and it's made me so much better. And the best compliment that I've received like lately, besides from Forum and my contenders team, Devo, look at Devo. You know, Devo again. That's one person that's helped me tremendously. And you know, those Legends guys, it was fun because I was just playing with Sly. I was playing twos with Sly, and Sly asked me. He goes, he didn't really ask me. He was just like, Henny, bro, you've gotten so much fucking better in the last 2 weeks. He's like, what are you doing? And I said, it's playing with you guys. You guys have been very helpful, and understanding how you guys play has helped make me better. Someone like Devo, like, Devo has helped make me tremendously better just by playing with him. You know, he's not out there like coaching me or anything, but it's just playing with him. I play with him so much now that, you know, I'm always trying to adapt like to the way he might do things because the man's a fucking beast. Like I've watched Devo 1v3 people after he says, "Oh, we're about to, you know, lose." Like, you know, Devo's a monster, man.
Right. Wow.
So again, you know, contenders, all-stars, even ultimate guys, don't be afraid to ask the higher leagues for help. Everyone's willing to help. I haven't met somebody that's really just said no.
I mean, that's what the point of the league is. You know, we're all here because we want to be able to interact with those other players. You know, if you didn't want to be part of a league and you didn't want to see other people, you wouldn't be here. Everybody's willing to help. Everybody wants to help get better. Everybody wants to see you improve and get better. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know, and I will tell you, if that's how you want to play and that's what you want about, you know, from this league, I hope a lot of GMs will start incorporating that. You know, more top-down kind of help from their teams and start asking for that from their Legends teams all the way down to, you know, their Ultimate teams all the way down. Like, you know, start asking for each other to start helping out more. I know for the Elks, it's kind of one of those things that I've already made it clear to the Legends and to the Ultimate guys is that, you know, I might expect them to help out a little bit, to help coach the contenders or just help the contenders get better. And a lot of the guys I've talked to, all of them have said no problem. These, you know, especially at Legends, you play fucking 5 hours a day. These guys play so much. I don't think they're, you know, gonna mind giving up 30 minutes just to help you get a little bit better.
Right, of course. Well, you know, you're absolutely right about that. You know,
Drax, I got you.
I was just about to say, Drax in the chat. Kind of just taking a second to analyze the game, though. You know, Perk 50 is Chegg, by the way, an amazing player. Speed is Speed, Scythe to Scythe, Ant is Ant. Pretty self-explanatory. But these guys played phenomenally. You know, we saw kind of just basic gameplay, taking advantage of everything that kind of happened. But absolutely, and there goes Scythe. But we got our next lineup in here. I think you'll actually like what I do with the next lineup. You'll see it in a second.
You know what's crazy for me is like is to see Speed. I really thought Speed was gonna end up being the MVP of this whole game, but I mean I know Perk 50 is really good. I mean,
I don't even think it's that. I think they just took care of the mistakes that the other team made. I think it was really close, but Ant and Scythe would double commit a couple of times, and you know ultimately Chegg just drove it in both times. It wasn't like there were any crazy shots or anything. They took care of business. They made sure that they did what they had to, and at the end of the day, that's all you really have to do. You know what I mean?
Chegg's a great player. I mean, Chegg is gonna make any team really good. I mean, I don't know Scythe. I haven't really seen Scythe, so I can't really speak much on him. But I know, like, when it comes down to it, the three people, you know, outside of Scythe, are gonna be great guys to have on any All-Star team. Ant loves playing. You know, it's just and Ant's just, you know, he's a vibe, he's a personality to have on your team. You know, Chegg's always down to just continuously get better. Like he's always trying to. And Speed. I mean, Speed, if you're looking for a mechanical guy in that all-star rank, Speed is the guy to go for.
Yep, absolutely.
And not only is he mechanical, but he does have some smarts. And you know, he'll tell you when he fucks up. Like that's the great thing about Speed is he won't just mess up and then just be like, oh, that wasn't me, that was my teammate. Speed will be like, yo, I threw right there, that was on me.
Right.
So like those three guys are definitely great guys to be looking at. And now we're looking at Wings, Andy, and Norcho. So Norcho is a guy I brought into this league.
Dude, take a look at his car for just 1 second. Just 1 second.
That's Norcho for you, man.
A car. Dude, Crazy Monkey would be proud right now. Hold on, I gotta bring him in. I gotta bring him in real quick. Real quick. Mr. Crazy Monkey.
What? Hello? Yeah.
Do me a solid, join the match, please.
I got you.
I appreciate it. I don't know if you're watching stream or anything like that, but my goodness, there is a car in here to end all other cars.
Oh no!
I'm like beyond ridiculous.
Who first?
You'll see it. You'll see it in a second. Henny, continue with what you were saying about Norcho, though.
So Norcho is a guy I brought into the league, right? So me and Norcho started playing because we were on Spook Luke's coaching Discord,
Sure.
And I was looking for a person, and Norcho and I got together, and you know, he was telling me he just usually solo queues. He doesn't really play with many people, and I was like, this man is actually pretty fucking good. Like he's got really good ground game, and it's not the flashiest ground game, but he knows how to get open. He knows how to use the beat the defender with very basic ground skills, and that's a huge thing, is to be able to understand the basic skills to win games. And so like I was like, yo, come into this league, play with us. Like, there's a lot of guys you can play with, and you'll get better. He started showing up, and he got I don't know if he's on a threes team, because he actually joined during right before the threes draft happened. But as a twos person, Norcho is honestly one of those teammates you just want to have on your team. He's always down to listen to, like, hey bro, that was my ball, like I called it out. Make sure don't go for that. And he'll be like, all right, dude, I'll fix it, and he won't do it. Right. Norcho is a solid player, and I mean, if he's out there and he's on the draft board when I'm drafting, he's probably one of those guys that I will pick up, just because I know how he is as a player.
Right. He's gonna be solid.
Right, and then let's go to Zenko, man. Zenko is.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back to Norcho for just a second. Monkey, do you see this man's car?
I do.
Does that Monkey game of the car of the game like a seal of approval?
Of course.
Okay, wonderful. Just making sure. Listen,
expect that out of Norcho. Like, expect him to be one of those guys that are probably going to be in the running for best car at the end of the season. I mean, this guy's always got some amazing cars. Like, I every time we get into a party, I'm just like wondering what new car he's got going on. Right. But like, to get into Zenko is such a solid player, man.
Yup.
Zenko, he'll tell you he doesn't work any mechanics yet. This man can do some good, like, great mechanics. But the best thing about Zenko is he will be able to beat you in many different ways. Not going for flashy mechanics, and he's fast. He's fast to the ball. He's fast on the rotations. Just a great. He's own goaling, pulling an Nolan.
No, dude, listen, nobody does it better. But this is unfortunate. It's not even really an own goal. He just couldn't really get there. So close though. But no, you're absolutely right. And he's one of those solid players. It's also going to give you good comms. He's going to give you a lot of perspective when you're playing with him. Like, I've been playing with this guy for at least a year, if not more. And really, I've probably played with him since we were probably both in Plat 1, Plat 2 area. And really, just the way that he's been able to develop, you're absolutely on point with everything you've said about him. He's always going to make you, that much better because of what he can bring to the table as far as perspective goes. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
So let's get to Andy, man.
Yeah.
I have not met one person that doesn't like Andy. I love Andy, and I think Andy is probably one of the best, best souls in this league.
A lovely man.
Andy is just very unpredictable. You don't know what you're gonna get with Andy. Like, he might just sit back, just open his teammate up, and just play that second man role, or you're just gonna get shitted on by him. Like, Andy's very unpredictable on what he does, and it's just really up to what he wants to do that day. So that's one of those like lethal things for Andy, is he can play the second man, he can play the first man. He might be the lowest man on the team, but he's gonna play like he's the best man on the team, and that's like a great mindset. But he doesn't do it without trying to he doesn't do it like maliciously to just think he's the best and mess over his teammate. He's doing it to make sure he gets the dub. And
Chris, you leave the match, please. Thank you. We'll play it not next, but the one after that.
I'm waiting for Andy to start a podcast, and I'm waiting for him to invite me to that podcast so we can have a drunken podcast together.
Dude, I love that. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right though. I said it earlier. It's absolutely wonderful when you hear that somebody's a great person and they're good at Rocket League. It's the best way to hear about somebody. You know what I mean? And honestly,
what's great about our league, man, is we have so many guys like that. That's what I love about URL, is that there are those rotten apples. If I could call them different things on a stream, I would, but I'm gonna keep it at rotten apples. But a lot of the guys, again, are just great guys who just want to play, man. They just want to have fun. And I like the guys who want to have fun, but kind of take it to a serious competitive level too.
Sure.
Those guys that I like to have on and I want to have on my team Because I mean, in the end, like we do this for fun, but there's also the championships. Like we do
Right.
want to say we're the best, and that's what I want to see from these guys. Like I don't want guys coming into my team just wanting to have fun, and if they mess up and they just blow it off and they get Brazil, they're just like, oh, it's just another game.
Right.
Like no, let's go back, let's watch out what we did wrong, and let's get better. That way we can go win a championship, because it's a great feeling when you win.
Right.
And to know that everybody's gonna know you, because you're gonna have 70 people watching that championship, and then next season's gonna come around and you're gonna be more confident in your game style. And those guys also want to get better. Those guys with that competitive edge, they just always want to keep grinding to get better, and that's what we want to see through URL is guys having fun but getting better. We don't, it's if you want to be like stagnant in what you do and just stay where you're at, that's fine.
Right.
That's going to be you. But if you're questioning why you're not getting drafted, or why people don't want to play with you, you're going to find out it's because you're stagnant in what you do.
Right.
So when you have that competitive edge, but you're out here to have fun as well, people are going to really gravitate towards you and really want to start playing with you and helping you achieve getting better. And I think that's like the beauty in this league, is that there's a lot of guys willing to do that.
Right. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
And that's all because you owners, man.
Listen, I really appreciate it, but we
That's thumbs ups for you owners, man. You T Dill, Hamich, and I'm gonna even throw Reese in there. You guys have done great things for this, and you guys have really, really took in URL to the next step.
appreciate that. I really do. It's a good time, and I know you guys do it on us, but it is all because of you guys too. The general managers that step up to take these opportunities, and it's the guys who care about the player experience. You know what I mean? Like, you got to remember, it's all about the player experience. You guys are a representation of URL more than we are. We help make the rules, but at the end of the day, they don't have to like us. They have to like the people that they get coached by. They have to like the people that are looking to improve them, as we tell them that we are going to improve them. You know what I mean? We make that promise to them, and then you guys are the ones to actually take them to the next level by actually putting in the time and the effort to be able to come and do that stuff. So it's right back on you guys as well. As much as it is, some of us and some of our guidance as far as making the league, what it is and where it, kind of come from. The reason that we have the players here is because they like the experience, and the experience is given to them by you guys. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's right back on you guys too. It's a giant group effort, and I know, we technically have this owner title, we technically have these director title, but everybody has a giant stake in what's coming here. It all starts with the players. We need you guys. And then it all starts with the GMs. We need you guys. You know what I mean? It just goes all down the line. This is everybody's league at the end of the day. And that's
Players
just what it's all
League,
about.
man.
Players League, dude, and that's what we want to hear.
It's a players league, and we're just here to give the best experience possible.
Absolutely, and that's the other thing too. It's like, we go out of our way to be able to give the players the opportunities to kind of be able to express themselves. This is a player-made community. The graphics that we've had, the other things that we've had, the opportunities, the experiences, the community events, the streams, like, all this other stuff. People are going and doing this stuff because they want to, because they want to see more done in the league. And it's just kind of crazy that everything's kind of be able to shape up like that.
Nolan, I do have a question for you.
Stop.
Let me actually go to his name real quick so I can get it right. Have you actually broadcasted what Akomo is doing for the whole league? Is Akmo. Have you? I'm sorry, bro. Akmo.
I got you.
I'm just gonna call him AK, bro. He's AK.
Hold on, I gotta tell these kids to join up. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's probably why they didn't join. I forgot about that. And move them into VCs. On me. But yeah, we can certainly talk about that. So Akmo came to us and told us that he was looking to put some of his graphic design abilities to work, and he wanted to make each team, each franchise, their own individual team kits. And so for those of you who don't know, team kits are essentially, homemade, like player-made designs for cars that you can install using different plugins through Bacchus Mod, through, I don't know what it is, it might be Alpha Console, whatever it is. You are essentially able to make car designs. So Akmo took all of our logos, took all of our stuff, and turned them into crazy car designs and all these crazy things that, the GMs worked with Akmo closely to be able to make and form and all that stuff. And, you know, we didn't ask him to do that. You know, Akmo's been here since the beginning of Season 2, about all the way in UNL, played for the Falcons, played for Harry, all these other things. But he's been here for a while, and, you know, he's one of the community members that stuck around here because he's enjoyed the opportunity and enjoyed everything that's came with it. And now he's looking to give back to the community. He's offered to make all these team kits, you know, design all these cards, and ultimately, I'm really hoping we're going to be able to see some of them in game. I think it'd be sick if we, you know, maybe made that for a playoffs or a Spirit Week or something like that. And we were really able to, like, bring it all together and really kind of see what that all culminates into. You know, like I said, this is the Players League. What you guys put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And everybody that brings something to the table is going to get something out of it. And, you know, that's just the joy of the league in and of itself. You're absolutely right, though.
I can say that, you know, as the Elks GM, because, you know, again, I'm calling him AK just because, you know, it's cool.
Sure. AK, my man.
Yeah, I can say as a GM in the Elks, we are going to take what he gives us and use it in every game that we play. If he's gonna put, you know, the time in and the work in for us, then we're gonna make sure that we're gonna give him the respect by using it every game. So that's definitely a thing that, you know, the Elks are gonna be looking at. And if you don't, you know, have a PC where you can use Bakes, or Bacchus Mod, I call it Bakes, my bad. If you can use Bacchus Mod, then we're just gonna make sure that you have very close to the same kind of concept, so everyone can see that, you know, you're part of the Elks team. And I think that's going to be a really cool thing for, you know, URL just going forward, is these card kits. I thought when I saw that, I was like, yo, that's next level stuff right there. That's amazing.
Right. By the way, Mr. Crazy Monkey, I didn't realize you're still in here. You're free to go back if you want.
Dude, I need someone to move me, bro.
Oh, I got you. Sorry, go ahead, Eddie.
But you know, we've talked a lot about the league and stuff like that, so I think we should get back to start talking about these guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And some of this play. I do want to say that, you know, McNair had a very great opportunity, and I really like to see it. He went for the flip reset. He didn't really, you know, catch it, but that was one of those times where the flip reset was like a great time to use it. You know, being in his corner, he was either going to put the ball on net or his teammate was in the right spot to get it. You know, it sucks that he didn't get it, but it didn't jeopardize the team itself, and they didn't get scored on for it. So those are like those times where I was talking about, like, these are the right times to use those mechanics.
Right.
And this is just unfortunate right here.
Yeah, it really is unfortunate. So he just gets the little touch right here, blows him up into it, and knows that he's unfortunately just gone ahead and touched that ball into that. That's really unfortunate, actually, but he'll bounce back from it. He'll figure it out.
You can't do much there, you know, especially at that angle. I mean, it's hard to save. He's behind the ball. The ball was moving faster than the car, so there's no problem with that. You know, those kind of own goals happen.
Yo, listen, I know all too well.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, by the way, the montage is coming soon. I have started to put the clips together. I have started to really make a good enough reason for me to actually have all of these clips of own goals, but I swear to God, I've clipped every single one of them, and I've clipped far too many clips the past couple of weeks, but my goodness, they are stellar, and I think it'll be real fun when it comes together.
I'm excited to see this, man. I'm excited to see this. Oh, look, we got Mr. Hammy that joined the match.
I was gonna say, you're familiar with Hammy, right? Oh my goodness, Unsung figured it out. What a block there.
Unsung, the thing that I really enjoy about Unsung is I haven't seen many mechanics from him. So I guess my personal opinion of him is he's not a very mechanical player.
Sure.
But he's always in the right spot at the right time.
Yep.
He's got that figured out, and so once he starts building those mechanics to where he can really start beating people one-on-one, he's going to just transform. You're gonna watch him grow very fast.
Right.
And I love that he still plays in the Skyline.
That's true too. Is Unsung? Is he in the Skyline?
Unsung.
He's
in the Skyline.
I was gonna say he was in the BMW earlier, right? I think that's a car.
No, he was in the Skyline. I'm pretty sure he was still in the Skyline. Last time I played a scrim, so I joined the All-Star scrim for threes with Unsung and Gurgling, and he was still playing in the Skyline then. So, I mean, he really loves that hybrid hitbox. And that's a really good patience right there by Frog. It just sucks that he couldn't really capitalize on it.
Frog's another player to kind of look at here. Frog was supposed to be in Contender. Was actually, only joined a couple of days ago, but giant shout to Frog. He came to one of my Knights tryouts. He didn't think I think he didn't think he did as well as he did. He certainly did really well, but I think he's going to be one of those players that, is going to take a little bit of time to get used to playing with him, with whoever he plays with. But he's certainly here for it. Giant shout to him. I think he's going to be a great pickup, and more importantly, I think he's a great person to be able to build a team around. If anybody's looking for that 11 salary, Frog is a giant shout for you. Gotta love him, and just make sure you go ahead and somebody pick him up. He's a great kid. Fun. Heck yeah, of course, of course.
I'm getting a little into the game. I know it's late, but there's some things. I don't know what just happened there and why Frog didn't go for the score, but like right there is one of those things where I'm not sure why he didn't go for it. I mean, it was a wide open net. He should have put the ball in. I don't know if he was just trying to get a little flashy at the end, but
right.
I would have just liked if he just put the ball in the net.
Right.
But I definitely do want to see more from Frog. I want to see what he's got.
Yep.
Unsung played a great game that time. I mean, it was just patience and just reading reading the opposing team. I wanted to keep calling defense, but opposing team at the right times and just open himself up. And he kept it on the ground. I think every goal he scored was just basically on the ground. It was just based off of a 50 and getting to that ball and pushing it into the net and just the basics. And look at him, MVP of the game.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm right there with you.
Some of your best players are the ones who have mastered the basics,
right,
and who are able to go and master
fundamentals. That's what it is. It's the fundamentals. And that, by the way, I remember that those were the exact words that you told me when you were talking to me about a year ago this time, after we had started playing in reality. Like, I remember it was like right around like Havocs, like Retro Shocks playing each other. I remember we ran some games or whatever, and you were talking to me about the exact same stuff. About, being able to use your mechanics at the right time. And I know that, at that point, what? You must have been like, what? Plat, pushing diamond? Something like that?
At that time, I was a Plat 1, yeah.
Oh my goodness. But, even still, talking about that type of stuff as like a Plat, it does show that you're moving in the right direction and have the right, idea about the gameplay. So I think you're absolutely right. But yeah, it's so crazy to think that we've known each other for a year. It really is.
It is, man. Honestly, it's really what UK. I think we met right before you actually came into UNL. I want to say that was about when we first met. It was before you actually moved into UNL, or it's like the moment right after you did.
I was gonna say, what was it? No, we were. That's what it was. We were at Reaper's tryout or Miller's tryout, one of the two. And you were
Reapers. Yep.
And you messaged, and you like right in front of everybody. You were like, "Who's Pancake?" And I was like, yep. Oh, it's me. And you were like, yo, DM me now. And we just ran games all night. And that was it.
Yep.
Man, crazy.
That was, it's crazy to think about where we came, man. Or absolutely. Where we came from to where we are now. And, there's Bluffy just being Bluffy.
Bluffy being Bluffy. Bluffy doing Bluffy things. Absolutely. We got one more game after this one. Is that all right with you?
I think, I think we have to put you in one, Nolan.
I don't want to play in one. I'm already on a team. I don't have to prove myself to anything. I'd rather give them the opportunities.
So then why don't we give somebody the opportunity, and then after the next game, me and you play on the same team against two people you think you want to get the last last hurrah.
Okay, I could see that working out. I could certainly see that working out.
Let's see how many own goals we can get.
How many own goals? I could do that. But we'll figure it out. Let me get this last game going, and then yeah, we'll get that going too.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna sit here and pay attention to this a little bit, and
Sure, go for it.
I wanna see Buffy and Crazy. I wanna see what they can do together, really. It's a great idea by Crazy, but not having enough speed to actually get the bounce out is what the killer is. He should have just took it up the wall and passed it off the wall. Great 50 by Hammy for being patient. Again, if you ever get into the rhythm of why you're losing 50s,
I'm at that point right now. Go ahead and enlighten me, please.
90% of the time you're losing a 50 is because you know the 50's coming, so you automatically boost a lot and flip into the ball first. If you're gonna flip into the ball first without actually positioning your car to get the beat, if you're not that great at getting 50s with positioning of your car, and I had a good conversation with Mako about this, you're usually gonna get beat. And I think, who was it? I think he was Exiled. He was the one that really kind of like helped me understand what I was doing wrong, and I was doing that same mistake where I was just rushing into the 50, and he was just like, dude, take it slow. If you know you're gonna 50, be the last man to touch the ball and try positioning your car for where you want the ball to go. And I will say, after that, I started practice, I went to casual, and I started forcing 50s, and all I did was always try being that second man to touch the ball. And I will say, once that happened, I stopped losing majority of my 50s. And after I make a 50, I'm usually in possession of the ball still. And it's been a huge improvement on my game and on me being able to allow a great pass mid or something like that. Because a lot of the times I force my 50s up the wall because I know I can get on the wall and do something with the ball.
Right.
So that is a thing, is always just, if you know a 50's coming, I wouldn't say always, right? But if you know a 50's coming, try being the second man to touch the ball, because the ball's going to bounce your way. It's bouncing off your car. If you're the first guy hitting the ball into the other team, it's about you're causing it to bounce off their car. Therefore, it's ricocheting back in your side.
Right.
And that's why you're losing it. So as you're going for your 50, just know, like, am I going to have to 50 this? If I'm going to have to 50 it, slow down.
Right.
Do the second touch on it, and you will actually see a huge increase on the win that you get with your 50s.
Yeah, so don't just throw yourself at it. Play it
Exactly.
the right way. Maybe make an adjustment. Put it left, put it under. Put it back. And I'll be honest with you. We played the other day, and we actually played really, really well. By the way, I took you up on that offer. I've got McNair and Norcho against you and me for our last game of the night. So that'll be a good one. But no, I think you're absolutely right. That's something I can try to pay attention to a little bit more. Even in the games that we're about to play. Maybe you call me out on a couple of times if you see something happening. But I really do appreciate that insight, because it is kind of hard to see sometimes. From your point of view, not yours, but like in terms
Right.
of what I need to do better for myself. It's sometimes hard for me to be able to see that, but it's sometimes way easier for you. You know what I mean? So I think that's the other thing. That's the other big reason.
Like that one Bluffy just had, right?
Right.
It's a hard one to actually be able to position your car the right way. But that 50, if Bluffy would have just, and again, that was a very hard one. It's the only one I've seen here recently.
Sure.
But he could have beat the defender if he would have just waited a little, like a split second, to actually flip into it, because the defender actually threw the ball up in the air because he was on the ground. So the ball goes up. If Bluffy would have waited just a little bit longer, he probably would have put the ball in the net. With that flip, because he used a side flip that would have sent the ball. Instead, when he 50'd it, the ball went up. He side flipped too early and banged the ball right back off the defender's car, which sent the ball left.
Right. Oh, crazy.
Those are those things that you have to be able to make in those split seconds. But again, that was a hard one to really do.
Right.
It's kind of an instant 50. But if you do have that spacing and that time to be able to do that, realize it, and a lot of the times you will actually see that you're gonna win. My favorites are when people are trying to dribble the ball and they're coming right at me. I go to 50 them, but instead of flipping into the ball, I just single jump boost into it, and it's like they're teeing the ball up for me, and it's pretty easy to score the ball.
Right.
And I do it quite often too. I'm not gonna lie. When I'm trying to dribble, if you insta challenge me, most of the time you're gonna beat me, and it's just gonna be a tee. And if you can put the ball on the net, then you're gonna score. But a lot of times people just jump at the ball and that's it.
Right.
So who do we got next?
So I've got 4. So this is not. We're gonna play the game after this one. This one will just be. This one will just be the next group. Our next group right here is gonna be Speed. And hold on. What did you say? Can I get Wings? So it's gonna be Speed and Wings. It's gonna end up being. Actually, I don't think our last one is actually in. I need you to drop. Much love to Hammy. I don't mean to be a dick. I don't want to kick him out. He just got here too. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get Speed and Wings. So let's go ahead and move these guys around.
So Nolan, when we go over this game right here, right?
Yeah.
I want you to kind of like look at it, right? And see where like the 50s happen and see if you can recognize like if he would have been, faster to the ball or slower to the ball, he would have won that 50. I want you to see if you can point those out, because if you could do it here on stream, then you're gonna get yourself into that rhythm of being able to actually start recognizing it, and then when you go back and do replay reviews, you're gonna know what you're looking for, and it would actually change your gameplay a lot. And I think who was it that I did it with? I know I did it with the Oregon team, but I think it was Stru. I think it was Stru, and I kind of broke it down for him and explained it to him, and we went over some slow motion replays, and he ended up winning majority of his 50s, because his downfall was that he's not great in the air. So I said, look, we can make you great on the ground. You can practice the air, right? So what we did was we went over like what his touches should look like on the ground and what his 50s should look like, and it actually really improved his gameplay to the point where he was winning 50s, allowing his teammates to come up and just put the ball in the net. And I'll tell you, that Oregon team has surprised me so much, and in the last couple weeks that that they beat a team that they should not have beat.
Really?
And they came back from a 2-0 deficit and reverse sweep the team that they probably shouldn't have beat. But because they listened and they were willing to adapt to what I was trying to implement for them, they actually caused the team to get a little, broken in that last game, and they threw, and it led to an easy dub for the Ninjas. Which is another thing. Never get tilted against your teammates, because it's only going to make you guys worse.
Right. It never helps. And, it's not going to make them play any better if they think that you're trying to, smart mouth them or something like that. You know what I mean?
So, like, right there, that's a good 50 from Speed, right? Because Speed knows Squishy's going to come in for that shot. So Speed has to be able to block that shot off fast. So he has to get to the ball a little bit faster. And he ends up winning that 50, keeps the ball out of the net. So that's a good 50 by Speed.
Right. Well, she gets another one on it, but I mean, yeah, I like your idea. Well, yeah. But I like the idea. I think you're absolutely right about it. I think, ultimately there's not a ton that you're gonna be able to do when you're faced with it's just like if you both get to the ball at the same time, then it's just a 50. But
yeah, it's literally who's got the better position on the ball.
But if you have control over the ball and somebody else comes to make a 50 with you, oh my goodness, that was almost its own goal of my own caliber. My goodness. But yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. Like, I'm dribbling the ball and somebody's coming to 50 me. That's when I have to make the choice of where do I put this ball so that I am at least in a better position to potentially win this or do something with it afterwards that, kind of put my teammate in a better spot. I totally understand what you mean by this. But, like, look at right here. Like, Speed gonna get the flick. He doesn't need to make that 50. Wings, not. Oh, that's actually a great touch by Wings. But I totally get what you mean as far as that 50 goes. It's more about the execution. But I really want you, in this next game when we play, I do want you to call me out on it if you see it.
I will. Definitely will do.
Appreciate you.
And one thing that I've learned from the Legends, right, is they know when they're gonna, like, they know the 50's coming, so they're going to tell their teammate, I'm gonna 50 this ball.
Right.
It allows your teammate to get in position for where they believe that ball is gonna go off that 50, because usually there's only really 2 ways that ball is gonna go. If you're that second guy and you can read the way your teammate is,
right,
and the way the defender is, or you know your teammate, if your teammate's the defender and the guy's on offense, if you can read the way their cars are, usually you can kind of give yourself a nice generalization of 2 areas that ball's going. It's either going, right, it's gonna go up or it's gonna go shoot out to the right, which will allow you to put yourself into position. The Legends utilize that a lot. If they know there's a 50 coming, they know and they're dribbling the ball, right, and they know they can't get a flick, they drop it in front of them and they cause that 50 on purpose. Those are one of those things that are like huge, because at that point you're allowing your teammate to prepare for that 50 without having to just, you know, hopefully read it on his own.
Right.
So like that's like one of those things, you know, like as you're growing in these leagues, you got to be aware of is how to cause those 50s and how to communicate that you're going to do that 50 with your teammate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I absolutely agreed. And, you know, that also comes down to comms at the end of the day as well. You know, some of these guys, you know, can't read the card language as well as, you know, players of an upper... No, shot. Oh, my God, Speed. Cannot even...
Speed does that on a daily, man.
Dude, Speed's got to be top 5, right?
Yes, Speed is... If I can grab Speed for All-Star, I will grab Speed for All-Star. I will say that. Like, Speed is... and I love playing with Speed. So I've played with Speed quite often, so I have a great time playing with them.
That's awesome.
But I just know his game, and again, he's not one of those guys that if I sat there and I went over replays with him and I told him, Speed, you know, don't do this, he won't do it, because he knows that, all right, well, you know, if other people are seeing it and it's a mistake, he's not gonna do it. But the one thing about Speed is he is very mechanical, so as the defender, you can't give Speed a bunch of space, especially at All-Star level. Right. Now, if Speed's going against Legends, you know, like Legends are gonna challenge you a lot faster. So Speed is definitely one of those guys that, you know, for these All-Stars, when he's on the ball, you have to get to the ball with him. Like, you can't just let him get space to start making great shots, because he'll air dribble it from half court, you know, ground to air dribble and put it in your net. And I've seen it numerous of times. Or he'll air dribble it off the backboard and then, you know, cause a double tap.
Right.
He's really good. The only thing I think that Speed has right now why he's not higher is just because sometimes he's very inconsistent. Sure. But that's given at All-Star. That's, you know, it's a given that you're gonna have those guys that are very inconsistent on the brink of going Ultimate to from All-Star to Ultimate. And so, like, you know, Speed, all he has to do is just keep doing them, repetition, muscle memory, and he'll end up making All-Star, I think, Ultimate by the end of this, easily by the end of the season.
I think he'll make Ultimate probably 2 or 3 weeks into the season. You know, the moment he starts playing with the teammates, starts getting that chemistry, you know, they're going to be able to figure it out right away. And Speed's, you know, just waiting to get over that hump, you know what I mean? I have to imagine he will 100% be an Ultimate by next season. You know, he's spent multiple seasons in this kind of middle ground area. You know, Season 2 of UNL, Season 3 of UNL, including, you know, Season 1 of URL. You know, he's spent a fair amount of time here. He's certainly mastered the content in the All-Star League. But I think it kind of comes down to the fact that you're right. It is about that consistency, and that's the final piece that I feel like he's really bringing together here. But yeah, overall, you know, great player, great dude. You know, gonna continue to kind of be that star out on the field. And yeah, I have to agree with you. I think if he's on the board in top 5, I think he's gonna be hard to refuse for a lot of teams. But yep. Penny, we've come to that point in the night. This is about to be our last game. It's gonna be McNair and Norcho versus you and I. And I am not warm whatsoever. So I hope you are ready. Can't be me.
Well, Nolan, I've only played 1 game.
There's one more game that I have. I gotta sit up, bro. Hold on.
That was an hour ago.
Oh, really? I've made my appearance.
Oh, yeah?
Hello.
Hello. We are still live, so make sure that you are using the correct language.
Don't worry. I don't.
CJ's
I've came to spectate the meme game. If you
Oh, this is no meme game. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Let's get north.
we'll see it. Henny,
What
I
is
know
up,
you're a
CJ?
GM. Who are you liking? I might need to steal them.
I need to steal.
I might
There's-
play tomorrow.
Oh, really?
There's a
Yeah,
lot
why
of
not?
guys I like.
All right, Mr. Hennessy, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Oh, damn. We're doing this on stream.
Oh yeah, dude. They're getting my point of view. That's the worst part.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks, Siege.
Let's see if CJ can cast our
Oh,
our
I'm not.
game
I'm
here.
not.
Yeah, not right now. I don't know that. I don't know that I want that in our comms, but I got you.
No. I want to hear Max comms. Let's go.
So twos, there's that, you know, you don't need too many max comms in twos.
I'll
Threes
be
is a
your
whole
next
different.
man.
And we're
That's
common, so
hard.
they're gonna be able to hear it if they're listening.
was
I
gonna
got you,
say.
cheat.
Yeah, I got you. Oh, Hen. Oh, dude. That's
Oh, Henny, just
That's-
the greatest. I don't know. What else?
Oh, right there's the mistake is Norcho didn't cheat, so
Henny, the contender player. Just
Dude,
popping
Henny is
off
no
at the
contender
top.
player.
At the top.
will you guys stop saying that?
No, you're at the top.
And that's an own goal. Oh, I thought it was.
He's just trying to throw.
Oh, nothing. Emilio. Got a 50. Hang in there, yep.
Oh, he went under.
Got you. I'm taking that boost and I'll go.
Yeah, you're good. I'm 0.
Good take, good take.
I'm gonna
Good
fake
time.
this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get behind you here.
Oh, he got the boost.
Got a 50. Got a bump. You want to turn and challenge it? Buy me a second to get back. Yep, good job.
Good bang.
Appreciate you. Gonna take one more on it.
That's all you.
Tell you. Go, baby.
Put it right behind him.
No, and that was a
That's it.
great pass.
I appreciate. Yeah, CJ. I really appreciate that. Holy. It was a great pass.
I got you, cheat again.
Yes, sir.
That's an
Uh-oh.
own goal.
Oh.
Oh, I couldn't get there fast enough.
Gotta go to so again. Well, that's a big 50.
Yeah, take it. You know, hold that out right there. I got that now. You're good.
Get right to
North
North
show's on.
Yep, hold on. Good job. I got minimal. I'm gonna come up behind you though.
That's off backboard.
Off.
I got it.
Yep. I'm gonna grab boost and I'll grab net. Go.
Bang it to me.
Great job. Continue. I'll get mid.
That's a bad pass.
One more.
Oh, he beat me.
Don't even worry about it.
He's got his boost.
Going up wall.
Yep, take your
Center.
time, take your time.
Kinda.
North show's on.
Yep. Going for car boost. I'll race
Took
down
his
there.
time.
Yeah. Got you. Oh, Eddie! Let's go!
See, like right there, those are like those 50s I was talking about. Like
Yeah.
here, so I
Playing
know
it
I know he's going low, so I go high.
Right. Frogs in here. I didn't even know it. I'll be on your left. Up for you. Great job.
Great demo.
Appreciate you. Listen, dude, I'm not even kidding you. I legitimately have, like, started looking at this game wholly different, like, completely different, since you've just been talking, you know, this whole stream, you know what I mean? Everything just kind of clicked, I guess. Because I'll be honest, you know, I don't know, dude. It just works. Oh, that's a bad.
He's pushing it down.
Oh,
Ooh,
double commit. My
he
fault.
almost had it.
I come back. And I see 4-0 without delay.
That's on us.
And
I got greedy there. I should have never went for that.
Oh, no worries, no worries. I should have played it back on me.
I really wanted. I wanted the cool redirect.
Eddie, we got ahead of ourselves. It's all right though.
it happens.
We're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling. I'm on your right.
I'm gonna let him pass it to me.
Go ahead.
Never mind.
Oh, that's a great job. I just threw a little too far behind there. That's up. Good job. Watch the bang.
Yeah.
Get you that. Oh, I got that. Oh, you got that. Good job. Over to you, maybe? No. Kind of.
Back up to you. Never mind.
Don't even worry about
I'm
it.
in net.
I'll take a challenge here.
Right.
That's a great job.
Oh. I thought I
got
missed
it?
it.
Oh, we got it around me. Alright, now I'm just monkeying. Oh, that's a great demo. That's a great demo. Buy me a second to buy the boost. Thank you.
Ooh, he got it over
You're
me.
good, you're good.
Hit it left. Hit it left. Hurry.
It's just in. On me, though. I should have put it left.
No, no, you're good, bro. That's an open shot. That's never on you, bro. That's a great shot.
Don't even
If you
worry
have
about
it open, you take it.
You scored.
Oh my goodness, you hit me.
Nolan, that goal shows that you truly are the best All-Star player in the league.
Not
Yeah,
that
I
goal
agree.
just shows that there's a big ball star. I'm
Hit him to me.
right around mid. I'm not there for that. You don't
No,
need to
Oh, I
do that.
missed.
Penny almost with the amazing play.
I missed it.
Good
A
job,
boost
good job.
control from Nolan there.
What's going on with stream? Did it lag? Did it die?
No.
Oh, the stream's still going.
Why are all these people in here? What's going on?
And the
What, am I not
combine,
allowed?
bro.
I love it.
I was bored.
Yeah, I was bored too.
Honey, I'm gonna try to get this one for you.
Yeah,
They
good.
lose.
That's mid. Nice.
Oh, it just goes in.
You guys are making yourselves the #1 pick, even though you're both GMs.
They're both GMs. Don't even
No matter. I'll pick them up.
Dude, me and Henny just have a history together. I guess it might be a little unfair, but me and Henny have played together for a long time. We know how this works.
Oh, keep the Brazil.
Keep the percent.
I would be the type of guy to draft the GM without realizing.
Don't do it.
I'm not kidding. They would actually probably be funny. They'll make a good clip.
That would be pretty good.
No, it would be. Put that on the Twitter. My impressions would go up.
Nolan with the carry.
Dude, this is not a
Aw.
carry. This is a team effort.
You just made everyone who's watching mad.
Oh no. Oh no, I
Let him
don't want
score
the
now.
Brazil. No, are you kidding me?
Barca.
I had so much respect for you.
You want to start trying it? Yeah, they're
A little
playing
bit
it
of
up for the
shade.
stream. They're playing it up for the stream. bro.
Wow.
I missed.
And you,
Bro, I'm so trash, bro.
Dude, you're kidding me. Playing real
you're so
well.
good. What are you talking about? Look at that. Look at that touch
you're
across the
chilling.
middle. And the Fennec.
He
Oh,
missed. I had no boost to
GG.
continue.
well done,
Penny.
well done.
Oh, well done. Didn't do it for the fans, but did it for themselves.
You kidding me? This was a good game.
He said best of 3.
Best of 3. They're gonna start trying now.
All right, Nolan, let's do it. Let's beat him
But
one more
man,
time real quick. We
man.
got 28 people in here.
They all want
Let's
to
give
see
them a
it.
show.
Let's give them a show. I guess we got it, huh?
Yep.
Put me in.
Good idea.
Absolutely.
Tito.
Best of 3.
Yeah, you don't want Tito in. I've watched Tito whiff way too much.
Yeah.
I was in 6 hands, bro, against the goats.
Tito, by the way, I had somebody today tell me that they were looking through the directory and told me that he thought the lowest player in the league was a Smurf. I was like, yeah, of course he is. And I was like, it was the funniest thing. He's like, clearly he's a Smurf. I just wanted to let you know.
Really?
We know,
That's
dude.
great. That's great.
The negative 2.5 MMR player is definitely a Smurf.
Absolutely. There's no question about it.
I missed.
I think he's probably up to -3 at this point.
You think so? Oh, let me change him real quick.
Average
Good
out
boy.
his foul.
He'll be at -10 by the end of the season, bro.
Good job, Henny. Not behind you yet. I'm in the net.
We need
Yeah.
to see the progression of it.
Oh,
you
you
did
cheated too
bad.
much into me.
No, that's my
Oh,
fault.
you
That's
should
my
have
fault.
pinched. Oh, bro. I'm on a delay here. What a... Wow.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yep. Oh, I'm stuck on the ledge. Post. I got it.
Nolan, your car's nice.
Thank you. Is that?
If I play
that's it?
tomorrow, I'm gonna make all my
cheated
teammates
too
so
much.
bad. Oh, man, what a save. Yeah, kick him.
There.
Get out of here.
Oh, I'm weird here. I'm weird here. All right, that's
If
totally on me. I was.
Whoa.
I meant to.
play.
I meant to flip, and I didn't
No.
flip, and I bumped you. Ready? Look at
That was
this.
actually so beautiful.
I hit you down.
You did like a little spin and then hit him. That was
I
great.
don't even know how that works. I'll be in your right.
If
there.
I
That's,
play
that's
tomorrow,
Nolan causing the own goal, like only Nolan can do.
if
Absolutely.
I play tomorrow, you'll see that I've evolved into a mega ball chaser, even in threes.
I can do
Nolan, we're getting dusted right
that.
now.
Dude. We got on my.
They said-
That's it.
Nah, they said they wanted him to start trying, and now you're done for.
Listen, sometimes you can't pull up like that.
You saw today the RLCS tickets got sold out in like 5 hours.
Dude, by the way, we're gonna have like a full-out RLCS something because I know that we have people in the community who actually got tickets.
Yeah, we're
Ooh,
going.
ooh.
Far.
Tito, you're going?
I'm not going.
Wow, Tito. I thought you'd go to Lands. Guess not. Guess you're not a real RLCS fan.
Oh, I play in them, CJ.
I don't
I
even
play
know
in
your
them.
team. But you're not their fan.
Hey, Tito
I
plays
probably-
for NRG. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I used to have a G2 jacket. I have a G2
Wow.
jacket. Bro.
So you're a G2 fan.
No, when I played for him.
Oh, my bad.
I was gonna own goal that. I was gonna do it.
You should have.
See this.
You could have made the epic comeback. Except on your own net.
He actually went for it.
Mm.
I'm actually ready to play tomorrow. I don't want to play
Oh, I
bad.
thought you
though.
were probably my fault.
I have the master plan. Even though I won't get drafted, like
Aw.
second round.
Oh,
First
man.
Nolan!
Dude, I'm
Four
selling.
plays.
You gotta reach those. You can't.
Dude, I
commit
just
and then
was right under it.
I'm training you after. I'm getting actually.
I will gladly take it. I'm selling.
You know we have to play another one after this now, right?
No.
Oh,
This is over this one.
No, you said it was the best out of 3 and you agreed to it.
You leave it on a
You said that
cliffhanger.
we had to. Penny. Sorry, we're pulling up this game. You kidding me? Oh my. God. We did the same thing to them last game. Now it's just gonna. Now it'll be just a close game next game. Should make for good content. That's a nice shot though. It's all about the content, Henny. I know for as long as I've been doing this, throwing for content is literally
And
perfect.
extra view time. We gotta think about the content here. The YouTube video. I challenge.
There you go.
I challenge my fans to a best of 3 in Rocket League, and this is what happened. And then I can make the thumbnail. You just have to have like your mouth open and your hands on your face.
like a Home Alone type vibe.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's how you get the perfect thumbnail.
Big whiffs.
Exactly like that. And then you have to like put like a car or something.
Build a car.
Bro?
Yeah,
No
bro,
what?
dude. Been working. He's been listening
Yeah, I was
to
muted.
the beautiful
Brown back.
song.
How come?
Alright,
You know, I'm not gonna.
No.
No, I'm not gonna. I was reading McNair's comment as I was trying to go for the kickoff.
Yeah, don't now. You gotta have the Brazil and then the Brazil and then you do a 2-1 or 1-0 would be ideal. Because this would be.
Wait, my stream froze. Whoops.
50.
Y'all still playing?
Yeah, dude, they're Braziling us right now.
No way. No shot.
We almost Braziled them last game. They're Braziling us right
Oh,
now.
you almost double Brazil.
Unfortunate.
Oh my goodness. Hashtag Nolan throwing. You right on song.
Oh. We got it in though.
I just got
Oh,
like one
wow.
of those legit scams ever sent to me, and I just had to fucking look
Really?
at it. Yeah, it looked crazy official, but
You should send me a
Stop.
snapshot of it.
I'll show you. Yeah, I'll
You
show you
should send me a
later.
Snapchat of it.
Yeah, because I'm curious to see how legit this thing is.
Screen share
Here, I'll show you right now.
I'm here for you if you need
I'll-
the center.
I'll send it to you on Discord.
Oh,
it. I'm see the Tito scam.
It wasn't a T-Dill scam. It was some scam by some guy that
Nolan,
pretending to be Discord.
there you
That'd
go.
be
that was
crazy if
the comeback.
they had a
never mind.
scam specifically tailored for Cheeto.
Probably, to be honest. I would do that.
They use a lot of fucking like
I mean, they could
text chat
destroy
shit.
a lot of stuff.
Look at that.
put a lot of time into that.
Oh boy. This is not going in the right direction right now. I thought for sure we were going to game 3.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
They want you to fill that out, and then they take your information and you're dead.
Yes,
Wow.
exactly.
His name is just Discord. So.
Yeah, exactly.
My dumbass probably would have.
Fill
Well,
that
I
out.
I don't know. I
It
just
looks
looked.
pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I said. That's why I looked at it. And the first of all,
Wow.
the domain that they're using for the
That's
application was.
McNair taking an
was bot.
opportunity to alter kind of his 50. Like, I totally see what he just did.
Oh my goodness. The domain was from 4 days ago,
Guys are getting
and
smacked.
the server's being sorted out in Colombia.
All right, gentlemen,
Oh,
gentlemen.
oh, yeah.
After this game, I'm gonna need you guys to leave the VC. This has to be me and Henny when we're grinding this.
Yeah, we got
You
you.
guys are
Oh,
good. You
the
guys are good
combine
for
is
this one.
over.
No, but this means more.
Okay.
They need full focus here.
Nolan banged it over.
That's on me. Good save. I'm up.
You don't have to edit this shit. I'm going to edit this entire part out.
What? No, you don't.
Yes, I
us it.
do. No.
Give us it. Nah, dude. This is extra. This is extra points for McNair and Norchik.
Oh my god, dude.
Bro.
I missed it.
Nolan!
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I'm keeping it in. I'm keeping it in.
Bro,
I'm
how's
keeping
you
it.
been?
That was so weird.
Clip it. Clip it. Somebody clip it on Twitch right now.
Nah, dude, I'm working.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
Nolan
Tito,
moment.
Mega bloopers. Mega bloopers. Go through the bot and just.
Why is mine so delayed? That took 5 seconds for me to see that miss.
Holy shit, dude. I can't even believe that just happened. Hold on.
That
Yeah,
was
you guys
bad.
should just surrender right now.
Jeez.
Reverse sweep.
All right, Astro's moment. Let's go.
Oh no, I can't even believe that just happened.
Yeah. Go to game 5 with the Foxes. You're winning, no doubt.
Bro,
Oh,
the
yeah.
best thing about that was Nolan saying, "No, it's okay, I got it."
Bro,
And I trusted him. I stopped. I just stopped. I
Look.
trusted it.
how am I 6th in the power rankings in threes, and we haven't won a game yet?
Because y'all are
Trash.
still good
Yeah.
somehow. I mean, that's all I'll say.
All right.
Whoa!
All right, everybody out of the VC now.
I'll
Everybody
mute.
out.
I'll be.
Nope.
Can I
Can I
stay?
type-
Yeah, you know what? You guys can mute. You guys can mute.
Okay, all right, I'm muted.
All right,
Yeah.
wonderful.
I'm muted too.
All right. Here's what we got. Combine is over. Everything is done. This is the best of 3 last game of the series of the stream. Henny, are you ready?
Ready, bro.
Alright, let's do this. What color you want? You feeling orange or you feeling blue?
Let's go orange.
Let's do orange. I like that. Little color change, little side change. I got you.
All right, you got it. You got to kick off.
Yes, sir. All right, let's play this well. Columns and all.
All right.
Play it out. Look, 2 sexy cards. Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
All right, I got your cheat.
Oh, I should have been not so close. Good job, though. Let's put that mid. Got you with that center. Ready?
Take this. No, I'm not there. I'm demoed.
Don't worry about it. Then I bought you.
Take the shot next time on that free one.
It's already too far gone on the side, but I got you. Good job. Gonna be weird here on the side. It's good. It's good. Gonna be for you. Be chilling in the back of like 30. Great job.
Oh, I totally fucked that.
I'm gonna take it off to the corner.
Yeah.
No way. You got it. Yep. Good job. You got.
That's all I had. No boost with it.
Got bump. Ooh, I'm farther downfield. No boost. Great job. Uh-oh. Alright. I got this corner. You're gonna have to defend for a second. That's a great job. Waiting for that touch. You got me mid. Let's go, dude.
Good shot.
What a pass.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate the pass.
You called it out, bro. I'm just out here to give you what you call.
Sure, got you. Alright,
I got you, cheat.
Yep.
Got no boost,
Yeah,
just
don't
faking
worry
it.
about it.
Faking again.
Oh, good, it's all good. I'm gonna come up and play it. Over to you. Oh, that's a good job.
Right over him.
Close. Should have come up faster. I'll leave you that mid.
Go.
Okay.
Ooh, I just centered it for him. That's on me.
Might be up. It is.
He missed it.
I'm up. You can go. Good job.
That's in their net.
That's a good job. Is that just in their net? Oh, McNair got it out. Got around me. I'll take pads
Yeah.
back.
He's gonna cut.
Great save. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get it. It's all you.
Got it over one. Gonna try. Oh, I'll tell you. Oh, you still got. Nope. I'll shoot. Up to you.
No, I'm not. I was with you under.
I'll tell you. That's a great block. You're right around midfield. Oh, I'm not gonna be there. Actually. I'm up. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
See what you mean. I could have done that 50 better.
Good shot.
That's a great job, Mr. Hennepy. By the way, there's not a single shot that we've taken. It's like It's like full out. Every pass is every shot. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, I got you.
At this level, that's how you want to do it.
I got you.
That's a terrible kickoff. Norcho's got my boost. Picking up minis all the way back. McNair's got. Do it under him.
Oh, you're gonna have that again.
Ooh. He cut a little early.
So good. I'll challenge.
Go ahead.
Back.
Yep. Challenge. Yep. You're good.
I got bumps.
McNair's gonna get. He's gonna bang it offside. Terrible shot. Good shot.
Great job, Henny.
Appreciate it.
That is quote, dude. Well done. Dude, I totally knew what you mean, though. I mean... No, I mean, for real, though. You know, McNair and and Norcho, I think they definitely need a couple more games to bring it all together. But, like, even in those games where they were really, you know, on top, you know, even game 2, it's like, I totally understand what you mean by Norcho now. I totally understand what you love playing with him about. You know what I mean?
He's a very solid player.
I
knew I should have fucking hit that one.
I can see Norcho. He's good.
He is really good, and honestly,
I watched him before in 3.
Patient. He's very patient. Norcho's
Right.
very patient.
Yeah, in 3s he was. I didn't think that he was one of the better 3s players, but in 2s
He's not a 2. He's not a 3s player. He's
Yeah, I
a 2s.
know.
He's guy, gotcha.
I because he's patient. So I thought that because in 3s you gotta be pretty quick, to be honest, if you want to succeed.
Nolan getting dusted at the final 20 seconds.
Dude, this is where I sell. This is where I'm gonna own goal something crazy. We're gonna go into an overtime, and you know what? My controller's down, Henny. If you can just do everything else, that's great.
I got kickoff.
You go.
This looks like my my playoff match that I lost. I threw in the last 10 seconds. We were up by 1, and then we lost in regular time.
Well done from both of them. I'm bringing them both in here real quick.
Good job, you did it.
We didn't lose the best of 3.
Can't lose the best of 3.
Oh,
but can
no,
lose
where'd they
the
go?
game.
You come in here. Norcho.
What's going on?
Dude, GG's. Great job.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Dude, I just wanted to come bring you in and say GG's. Dude, I hope you had a great time at the Combine. We're going to shut stuff down here in a sec, but
it was
what'd you
fun.
think?
It was fun, man. It was fun to play. It was fun to watch. Good times all around. You know?
Of course. You'll have to watch it back. Henny talked you up the whole time.
Oh, that's great. Good to hear.
Wonderful.
My boy, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where he goes. He's definitely gonna get on a team. I definitely believe he should be on a team, and I hope to see him on a team. He's one of the, in my opinion, one of the smarter all stars there are.
Sure.
Like I said, you know, and I think Norch will even agree. He's not the most mechanical person.
I know,
but